Hey everybody, we're over here at Frackville, and Blade Schmidt and myself are in a nice championship battle, and you can tell we had a pretty good start here, nice short runway, into a nice tight turn there, and I kind of put the slide job on old Anthony there. You ever wanted to like take the gloves off, throw them down in front of the guy, and have it out? Well, yeah, nearby. But it's a pretty good scenario on how Blade and I were racing today. And I'll tell you what, it was a lot of freaking fun out there. It wasn't dusty for a freaking change. The trail was a bit rocky and turny. But overall, everything looked real good out there, and we're really glad they had us out for the ride since Caneytown got canceled this year. I got out in third place here. And, Craig got the whole shot. Not sure who this fella is in front of us, but he wasn't holding me up at all. Things, you'll see, they get kind of tight. You'll see some hot lines jump out at you on some of these tight turns. Guys are trying to take the inside to make some passes and whatnot. And it got real tense real quick. I think guys were trying just about anything they could to get around people sometimes. Myself included. I can't say nothing. Pretty much my whole day was catching slower riders and then trying to find a spot to get around them. There goes Anthony. He borrowed a $200 off old Howard Grove, and he had a choice between that and an IT 250 that he was gonna run from another fella that was nice enough to lend him a bike after his bike blew up last week. And after we saw the course on the sight lap, he's like, that $200 is gonna be the trick, because it sat so much lower to the ground, and on the tight turns and stuff like that, it just made a lot more sense for him. And tell you what, he was fast. He was flying out there on this thing. If he didn't catch some of these other riders, I don't know if I'd have kept up with him. I'm almost certain I wouldn't have. He was throwing the old slide job into the turns. These higher bikes on the tight courses like this ain't the best of things. And these slower vintage bikes really have an advantage sitting lower to the ground like that. It was kind of nice. He rode the wheels off that thing. I'll tell you what, out through these, I don't know if it's white birch or aspen or what, but you kind of let it fly out through here until you hit the sign that said Jersey. I don't understand what that was about, but I knew when I saw that sign I was glad it was there, because I knew there was one spot coming up in particular I just had to take it super slow, because it was a bar banger for sure. Right there it is. I knew when I seen that spot right up here, right about there. You just had to, right there it is. You had to kind of snake your way through there, tiptoe it. Now I got to play catch up again to Anthony, because his bars were cut down so short he could just slide through about anywhere real nice, but he really took a big risk with his hands because there's no bark busters on that sucker. I'm trying to play catch up again. It's hard to keep up with that boy, like I said. It kind of reminds you of some kind of desert riding out through here. That's what I thought about it anyhow. Kind of had that desert feel to it out through this mess. I'm sure it was like old strip mines and stuff like that was reclamated, but still got old Blade right behind me. He came out right behind Anthony. I didn't know it, of course. He's right behind me, following me, looking for a place to pass, I'm sure. Ah, there's my targets up there. Tell you what, the first part of this race, I felt good. I'd say the first, I looked out through the first half hour, actually. Blade and I battled it out. And I felt real good. But the last half of the race, I got tired. The course just wore me out. I did 4 laps. My average times were low 20 minutes. Coming up on this one turn up here. I recognize this right in here. Right here. Started taking that to the outside, but you can tell when you tried to cut that a little bit short, boy, we made the course a little bit wider, let's tell you that, because you can see about a half dozen trees there. Everybody ran them over because it just got to be too much. It was just too tight in through there. I bet they did that in a vintage race. Things get hot and heavy, and they just, whatever happens to be the smallest tree is going to get run over. Finally got Anthony back in my sights up here, and it says Dad, then him, and me. We are letting her hang out and rip. Things are about ready to get pretty tense coming up through here. I'm hollering. But I tell you what, we were trying everything we could to get around this one fella for a long time, and it just was, you know how it is when you're faster than someone, you just want to round and it doesn't matter how. It was hard to get a line to get around him. He wasn't in our class, so he had a freight train behind him, and I don't think he knew it. Everybody was trying anything and everything to get around. There goes Craig looking for a hotline. He knows that if he doesn't get going, we're going to start taking him any way we can. So he's feeling the frustration, and everybody behind us is feeling the frustration, but it lets our whole entire class catch up to each other, and it kind of negates any kind of lead that we had because we're all slowed up. And who looks behind them? They don't see anything behind them, but boy, I'll tell you what, we were hollering, trying to get somebody's attention. Anything we can do, we're looking for a line to get through. You'll see, it gets kind of tense in through here. This whole first lap was a bar gripper. You tried to ride as close as you could to the guy in front of you. So if they had an opportunity to pass, you were there for it. You were looking for logs or rocks or anything to take a shortcut real quick and get back on the trail and cut it up, to make that pass, anything you could. It got to be half crazy. We have got to go. I'm trying to make a move on Anthony. Anthony wants by his dad in the worst kind of way. There's some serious bragging rights there to be had, that's for sure. He ended up not finishing the stinking race. He broke a lever. And something else went down, and he finally said, nah, I don't want to, hurt Howard's bike, and he had enough. As you can see, my patience is wearing thin. Because I know Blade's right behind me. He's probably gotten by everybody else. Sweeps there waiting. Tell you what, they had a good crew of sweep riders out there. I seen them all over the place. It was kind of nice. Whoa! I hated this section. Oh man, there goes Blade. Right after Anthony gets by Craig. I am officially in second place right now. I've got to get back by Blade. This is where stuff gets real. My freaking heart rate was like, I gotta get back by him no matter what. He's faster than me, I gotta keep him behind me. In my head, I'm thinking to myself, I'm out breaking you. I'm out breaking you, dude. I'm gonna do it. He's gonna give me a window. This got tense right here. He knew what we were talking about. I told him, I said, dude, I was going around the outside of you, and you had the that inside line. He brought his front tire right up next to my foot peg there. It was all cool though, man. We talked about it afterward and stuff like that. We love racing tight and tough. So now my next mission is get around Craig and put somebody in between me and Blade, because we gotta get around this guy though. I can't believe nobody made a pass on that road. That'd have been the trick. And Anthony was in the best opportunity. I wish he would have took advantage of it. I just don't know if the other guy might have had a bigger bike and pulled him down that road a little faster than he wanted to go. As you can tell, them trees and stuff are still tight in through here. I get by Craig. Got my sights set on Anthony. We got to make something happen here. It's killing us up here. There goes Anthony. He got around him. I just leaves the door open. It's like, come on, Mr. Thomas T. We got to get going. Cannot let that boy get out ahead. I'm going to try anything I can to make this happen. I got to show a fender, go through some weeds, whatever it takes. There. Finally get by him. Anthony's sitting right in the middle of the stinking trail and everybody goes by. Oh, this is killing me. Dang it, Anthony. Worked so stinking hard to get by that guy, and then I gotta look up and see this mess in front of me, the whole freight train all over again. Oh, that was so frustrating. That drove me nuts. There's old Grant Reichart in front of me. Trying whatever I can do to get around anybody. I gotta catch back up to Craig and Blade. They got by. I think he sees me here. I'm trying to get by any which way I can. Thanks, Grant. Appreciate it. Not in your class. Lets us by. I appreciate that. Those kind of gestures go a long way. And then I totally screwed up. Come around that turn. Wham! Down on the ground. Get back going again. There goes Grant back by me. Catch my wind. And I'm off. I got a championship on the line here. I got to get going. If he finishes ahead of me, it's over for the year. So that's why I race him so stinking hard. Turning in through here. I still felt good at this point though, I will say that. I felt like still hit mode. I was with it. Tell you what, by the end of the race, this trail looked like a totally different trail. The rocks and stuff had got dug up by the more horsepower that the post-finish bikes had. It got loose. It got to be a little bit of a handful, for sure. It was kind of a loamy dirt down in there. I can see some guys in front of me. That's all I try to do, is just keep picking them off here and there. I got a whole line of them in front of me now. They're all being held up again. That actually works out in my favor right now, though. Guys can't get around and lets me play catch up. I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, we still haven't even got one lap in here yet. And it's been non-stop, looking for a pass. And that's how it goes, though. I mean, for the whole first half of this race was nothing but tight, looking for a pass, real close quarters, kind of racing. I mean, if you're looking for excitement, I was wore out. I was soaked with sweat down to my underwear. I can finally see Blade again, though, so that's a good thing. He got old Kawasaki up there. He woed him up a little bit, left me catch up. That line didn't work. That's what we're doing right now, following the leader.
Thank you.
Hey, what, Grant knows that Blade and I are in a points battle. I'm pretty sure that's why he pulled over me. That's a class act.
Thank you.
I'm trying again to get by this guy no matter what. I got to keep Blade in my sights. I wish I could have gave this boy more of a run for his money. I did as much as I could for as long as I could. And it was a handful trying to stick with him. We traded the points lead back and forth on this freaking race a bunch. Well, you know, at least 2-3 times. Which makes it exciting. I tell you, I love racing back and forth like that. It just doesn't get any better. Come on, Blade, make a mistake. That's all that's going through my head right now. Make a mistake. I like that little line right there, bump over them 2 logs. But it never really got me much of an advantage. I did notice that. Got that guy up there riding for the DVR, I think it is. Oh, he looked around and seen him still there. He's like, I want to get going. I need to get some space. There's my opportunity. I got 1, 2. Now I'm in a hurry. I got somebody in between me and Blade. I got to put some distance on this. Just hoping he's stuck. I cut about 10 minutes out. I had about 10 minutes there where I was ahead of Blade. I think he got stuck behind that one guy, and that's just how it happens. But I'll tell you what, I've learned that it doesn't take long for that boy to catch back up. He's just a better rider. he can let her rip. Plus, I was getting tired, making mistakes, and do you remember this section? That's where he got by me the first freaking lap. He gets by me again. I should have took that inside line. This is the second lap, and I was starting to get pretty tired. Trying to make something happen here. That don't work. He ain't gonna let me by on the outside this time. He's gonna keep her ripping. I'll tell you what, we're into about 30 minutes of solid racing back and forth with him. That's all the more I can ask for out of a race like this, where it was gonna come down to me finishing ahead of him or him finishing ahead of me to take it into a good competitive race for that last one for the championship. We were both giving it our all, man. I'm gonna give you a heads up, though. I don't find that golden ticket anywhere, and he was throwing down some, I think 18-minute laps. I couldn't keep up with that. I tried to shell the fender anywhere I could, but congratulations there, Blade. I don't think there's any way I can catch you. So White Rose, I'm planning on having a good time. And I'll race you just as freaking hard as what we're doing today, though, that's for sure. It's been a freaking blast this year, that's all I gotta say. Getting a little squirrely there, man. Well, we just beat the rain. Started drizzling on us right there, giving the awards out. Well, everybody, that's going to be about a wrap. Right there is where she ended for me. If you guys like them videos, maybe hit subscribe if you like, and hit the old like button if you like it. And, I think that's going to be a wrap. We'll catch you at White Rose. Make sure you dress up for your Halloween. Have a good one, everybody. Adios.